everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it's February 3rd. We have a couple of meetings to tell you about today. We do have one at 9:30 this morning, which is the third Resident Policy and Compliance Committee. And then at 1:30 this afternoon, we have the GRF Mobility and Vehicles Committee. And both of those are virtual, and you can follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we do have Dr. Hovnessian, who's with Harvard Eye, and he's got always has some great information for us. And then I also have some vaccine distribution information that we'll go over in detail. So stay tuned for that later in our program. All right, let's go ahead and give you our vaccination information that we normally do. We have a hotline for you to call, which is 949-594-2533. And that is the Laguna Woods Village Vaccination Hotline. And they ask that you do not call resident services. And if you would like to have maybe many of your questions answered, you could go to the FAQ, which is located at lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com. Now, if you would like to be vaccinated outside the village, you can go to Soka University or Disneyland. And to register for those, you go to athena.com. Okay, our weather is looking quite nice. I think by the weekend we are going to have a very nice weekend, just in time for the big game. All right, so today we are looking at 64-47. A little bit of, actually there really wasn't that much fog this morning, but nonetheless we are clearing with a 64-47. Sunshine tomorrow, 66-46, and then sunny again on Friday, 68-44. Very nice on Saturday, 69-46. And then Sunday for the big game, I put my little football in there, 72-54. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:45. And the sunset will be at 5:24. And thank you, Mark, for sending in this beautiful photo of the creek, which really rose quite a bit during those rains that we had. So thanks for sending that in. If you have a photo that you would like to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Dr. Hovnessian. So stay tuned.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
We consider hearing to be an essential part of your life. During this time of quarantine and isolation, you need to be hearing the best you can to understand how to stay safe and to hear your friends and family. Advanced Ear Care is offering service to everyone that needs help with their hearing aids, no matter where it was you purchased. If it's not working properly, please call for a free troubleshooting appointment. We even have hands-free, no-contact curbside service. There's no charge for this service. Advanced Ear Care is here to keep you hearing during these critical days.
By staying home, the community of Orange County has made a difference. But doing so shouldn't mean putting your own health at risk. Hope wants you to know that safe, quality care is available. Don't ignore or delay the medical attention you need. From routine checkups to revolutionary treatments, Hoag is here for you, just as we have been for almost 70 years. Like no other time before, your healthcare choices matter. Get the care you need from the name you trust.
Welcome back. Well, today I'm joined by Dr. Hovnessian, who is here with Harvard Eye with another very informative segment, this time about eye injuries. Well, hello. Thank you for joining us today.
It is great to see you. It is cold this week in Southern California, but I guess that just means it's winter, and we got to get used to that for a little while longer, right?
Yeah, well, we had that period of about 80 degrees, which we all were loving, but then, of course, back to sweater weather.
Yeah, when we thought it was going to last, it didn't. And
I know,
so
we like that.
Yeah, and so people are home and they're indoors and they're doing things, and that's exactly why I thought it makes sense to talk about eye injuries, because unfortunately they're pretty common nowadays. That people are everybody's become Johnny do-it-yourselfer at home, uh, trying to do home improvement tasks, and with that comes the risk of eye injuries.
Right. I would also imagine that, many parents are with their children, even though that doesn't necessarily apply here. However, it probably does, because if the children are visiting their grandparents and they have like some of those Nerf games or things like that, we're in much more closed quarters, you can bounce one right into your eye.
So easily. And I see those things and everybody thinks they're harmless, but the eye is delicate, man. And those little Nerf darts fly at very high speed. So, my kids have them, and I say, first of all, it's an outdoor thing. And second of all, you got to wear the safety glasses when you play that. The fastest way to get me to take that toy away from you permanently is let me see you, without the safety glasses on. So be a little bit of an ogre with regards to the safety for the kids, because they won't protect themselves, and you don't want to be in the emergency room.
You talk about safety goggles, and I know that we're showing a picture of safety goggles. These look very sporty.
Yeah, they do not need to look terrible to provide good protection. So any hardware store now sells these, and they're inexpensive and they're clear. And ideally, you want something that has a little bit of wraparound design to it. It also helps with your view to the side, and they do not have to affect your vision. And they're also big enough in most cases you can wear them over glasses if you're wearing reading glasses or other bifocals. And don't make this mistake of assuming that just regular glasses provide adequate protection, because it's the side protection. It's stuff that's blowing around and stuff that comes from the side that often causes injuries. So they're better than nothing, but they really aren't protective eyewear.
So what are some of the most common injuries that you see?
Yeah, probably among the most common are foreign objects, and so stuff that's just flying around. So if you're ever working on something overhead, you're even screwing in a light bulb, there's debris and grit and stuff that gets in those fixtures, and it'll fall directly in your eye.
Okay.
Worse even still, if you're drilling or sanding or doing anything on a surface that's above you, stuff falls in. The other real dangerous one is any kind of pounding, hammering, drilling, high-speed power tools or even hand tools can cause objects to fly through the air very quickly, and you'd be amazed, but the wall of the eye is only 1/2 millimeter thick. It's half the thickness of a dime. And that means that and it's soft, of course, and it doesn't take a whole lot for a foreign object to go straight through inside. And then in a matter of hours, it can cause inflammation and infection that can destroy an eye permanently. So eye protection prevents about 95% of those kinds of injuries. So wear your safety glasses for sure.
Now I'm going to assume that most people go, I don't need safety glasses because I have glasses anyway. And when I'm doing something up close, I have the glasses, but you just mentioned something about the sides. So if you're working on a project and it does require drilling or something like that, can it still sneak in on the sides?
You bet it can. And it's far better to get some glasses. So, first of all, get something that's comfortable, because the biggest reason people don't wear them is because they feel, it's uncomfortable. I can't see through them. I have to take off my glasses. Find something that at your next trip to the hardware store that, you can live with and that you will not mind putting on when you're working on projects, and then just wear them. And make sure it's something that will fit over your glasses. The side protection matters a lot because, often we have stuff blowing around and again, in the example where I said, if you're, working overhead or doing anything at a funny angle, stuff gets in. And it's amazing, even when you have well-sealed safety glasses, we see, objects that get into the eyes. The eyes are like a magnet for foreign objects. And of course, trauma, you mentioned the Nerf darts, other stuff. Sports is a frequent cause. Another huge one, actually, gardening. If you wear sunglasses and you get, some of the more stylish sunglasses these days have a wraparound design. Those are great for gardening. You can get them with bifocal lenses in many cases, so you can see up close. We often see people leaning down onto something, and lo and behold, a little sharp leaf, goes and pokes the eye. And boy, some of the infections, it's not just the pain of the new injury that happens, but the infection that follows can absolutely destroy an eye, and are very hard to fight. We see a lot of fungal infections that come from plant based injuries, and fungus is very hard to fight when it causes an eye infection.
Oh, wow. Well, I would imagine that, yeah, like you said, maybe roses, because they're very pokey and they might have something on them. But yeah, I'm always wearing my sunglasses when I do gardening. But maybe there are, like you said, some people don't have that wraparound and they're going to have some issues. How about
Even
when
more than the roses is like the reeds, those pointy, and we have so many great succulents that are just beautiful, but some of those, the tips on those are really sharp and very easily can penetrate an eye and cause irreversible damage.
Wow.
So wear your sunglasses.
It's so dangerous.
It seemed like such a calm activity.
Such a calm, lovely activity. Let's talk about sports now. If somebody has already had surgery on their eyes, for instance, LASIK, or maybe they've had they've had glaucoma, they've had all sorts of different things that you may have done. Do you recommend people wear a prescription sunglass or a regular sunglass or protective lenses? What do you do?
Well, wearing protective eyewear, is something everybody should do, whether they've had surgery or not. But it is true that if you've had surgery, your eye tends to be, maybe a little bit more susceptible to serious injuries. Because anytime we create an incision or cut on the eye, and we do that with LASIK, even if it's done with a laser, it's still a surface that's more vulnerable to future injury. It's all the more reason we should wear safety glasses. And it takes a lot if you've healed for several months after surgery for those incisions to be damaged, but it can happen. And there's nothing more of a shame than seeing somebody who's got great vision having gone through surgery and then having an injury that sacrifices all of that. So it's best to protect those eyes as best you can.
When someone has cataract surgery, though, is it the same thing?
The same thing as LASIK?
And I know that the procedure's not, but would you still recommend that they wear protective lenses after?
I see. Yeah, you bet. And although, today's modern cataract surgery, the openings we make in the eye are less than 1/8 of an inch in size. They're very small and they're very stable. So it really is pretty hard to cause damage to those. But whether the eye's had surgery or not, it's still fragile. So wearing safety glasses is important. And, we can say it 100 times, but all too often, just in a moment of haste, people don't reach for their safety glasses. And, I can't tell you how many times I've heard it from people who are in severe pain and have a potentially sight-threatening injury that I wish I just grabbed those safety glasses. So do it before you say that, not after.
Exactly. Let's talk about some of the sunglasses that are available out there. We're showing a picture now of some sports sunglasses that look like they have polarization on them.
Yeah, so, polarization is a valuable thing, but mostly it's not about protecting the eyes as much as it is about helping you see better, especially when there's reflective surfaces. So actually the road, even though it's not shiny, is reflective. When sunlight hits the road and it reflects off, that adds a lot of glare for people who are driving. If you have polarized sunglasses, it reduces that amount of reflected glare. It's even more noticeable when you wear polarized sunglasses if you're fishing, if you're on the water, because the directly reflected light from overhead, on the water surface is way cut down. And on rainy days, if it's bright enough that you'd wear sunglasses, it's very valuable to have polarization. As far as protecting the eye, having UV protection is what's most important. And typically we suggest 100% UV protection, which means right up to 400 nanometers at the low end of the wavelength spectrum is what we want to filter out. Better quality sunglasses usually are labeled as to whether they're 100% UV protecting, but you don't need to spend a fortune on sunglasses to have adequate protection. The two things you want to look for in sunglasses is 100% UV protection and a design that wraps around so that it covers both on the sides and the top, so that you are really protecting your eyes from excess stray light. And then also that it's, the third thing is just sunglasses you're willing to wear, that, you're going to be happy to wear, that they're comfortable, they're not going to fog up too much with your mask, and that, that you'll be happy to have. And of course, we can make most sunglasses in prescription strength with bifocals and progressive lenses these days. So there's no excuse not to wear good sun protection. And they protect your eyes against a lot of stuff beyond, just glare. It protects your eyes from macular degeneration. It reduces the progression of cataract and a host of other diseases on the surface of the eye, including cancers.
Wow. Well, and then also I know when I ski, you have to have some sort of protection too, because off that white, you're burning your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awful. To have a UV injury to the eye from skiing is just really painful. The welders call them flash burns, but it's just really sunburn to the eye.
Yeah.
And, for about 24 hours, you just, you regret that you didn't wear them. So don't ever go out in the snow without sun protection.
Yeah, it is definitely painful. And then let's talk about if somebody gets a chemical spill of some kind in their eye, and that could be anything really.
Yeah. So naturally, if you get any type of chemical in your eye, it's way better to err on the side of too much flushing rather than too little. So water, and it does not have to be sterile water. It can be tap water and plenty of it for a prolonged period of time. So you can, if you can get yourself positioned to put yourself right under the, the faucet grate, or if you've got one of those, kitchen faucets or bathroom faucets that, comes off, and just let the water flow into the eye and open and look up and down and left and right so that you flush all the different surfaces of the eye for as long as you can, at least 15 minutes. And then you want to go to the emergency room. This is an example where you typically don't want to go to the eye doctor's office because we're not really equipped to take people in immediately for this like the emergency rooms are. And the emergency rooms also have, irrigating lenses, contact lenses they can put in the eye to flush it further if there's a serious injury, and then treat the burn. We get involved usually after that to see how extensive the injury is and to treat it further. So flush first and flush plenty.
Now, you have a slide here that talks about artificial tears. Is that something you should use also?
Artificial tears are not a thing that you have to use. If ever your eyes are a little irritated, it's, the weather's dry, or even if they're itchy, even if you got sort of allergy symptoms, putting some lubricant drops in the eyes is kind of a very effective way to soothe them. And, I like to keep a bottle of those in the refrigerator because they feel even better when they're cold if your eye's irritated. So
that is a great
kind
idea.
of a first line of defense if you have a mild eye irritation or you're wondering, do I have an infection or what's going on? You'll never hurt yourself by putting in some artificial tears, and very often it'll make the eye feel better. So it's a real helpful kind of home remedy you can use.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for all the information today. It's great stuff because we can apply it to just about everything that we do.
Yep. Hopefully you stay safe. And, as you're doing all those home improvement projects, take care of yourself while you're taking care of your home is the best message I can give today.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
Great to see you, and enjoy winter.
Yeah, really. All right, thanks. We'll be right back after this.
At Harvard Eye, we're so happy to be open again to see you for all your medical and surgical eye care. We're taking great care to protect everyone from COVID-19 by seeing fewer patients, spacing out chairs in our lobby, sanitizing our office constantly, and doing much more. The world is changing a lot, but what hasn't changed is we're honored by your trust and confidence and committed to keeping you safe. We can't wait to see you.
There are many treasures within the walls of Laguna Woods Village. The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is one of them. Nowhere in the nation has a community embraced a commitment to assist its own residents with temporary emergency support. Since 1997, the foundation makes that support available through donations by individuals, clubs, organizations, and bequests. Help the foundation to help the real treasures within the village, our friends and neighbors.
Hi, I'm April, owner of Glitterbug Gold Buyers, your gold buying specialist. We educate, guide, and protect you when selling your gold. How do you know if you're getting the highest payout? At Glitterbug, we provide education so you know you're getting the best deal. We make sure that our customers have an excellent experience, and that's why Glitterbug has a perfect 5-star reputation online. Give us a call to find out about our mobile service, or just stop by our office. No appointment necessary. We look forward to meeting you.
Why do I love being a doctor at Kaiser Permanente?
My only job is to take great care of my patients. I'm empowered to do what's right for you.
Our digital records mean your medical history is in one place, so I can give you great care.
Your primary care doctor, your specialists. It's great. We all work together as one team.
Our integrated approach to healthcare helps my patients live longer, healthier lives.
I don't just practice here, I'm a patient too. I wouldn't trust my family's healthcare to anyone else.
Welcome back, where we have some vaccination information updates for you. Now, many of you are probably wondering where the portal is that we talked about last week. Well, it is still in the works, and they are asking for your patience for sure, because they want to make sure that all the eligible residents are loaded in the system before they launch the portal. So just be patient. It might be another couple of days, but nonetheless, they are working on that. Now, we also wanted to tell you that now is a very good time to be a good neighbor. Now, if you know of someone, a friend or a neighbor that is 75 or older, who have difficulty getting out or who might not be answering the phone, please send their name and information along with yours to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, that email again is info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, you can also call the hotline if you have any questions, 949-594-2533. Now, another request is that if you have a neighbor or a friend that is housebound, they ask that you please do not come to Clubhouse 7 when the vaccinations are happening. They would prefer that you contact info@lagunawoodsvillage.com, and a Memorial Care or a Village Management Service volunteer will arrange a house call to come to you. So that's a really great thing that they have going on. Also, the goal for this weekend is to get all residents 75 and older who want the vaccination. So if you are in that category and you have not been contacted, a code red alert will be going out this evening. So if you are still concerned, you can send an email to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, another thing is the residents that were vaccinated over the first weekend did not get a callback time to get your second vaccination. So you don't need to worry about that, because the portal will have all the information about you and you getting the vaccination the first time around. So you will be getting a information regarding an appointment alert. So you will have that for you. All right, now we still need some walkers and wheelchair donations. So if you have any of those things that you would like to donate, please bring to Clubhouse 7 after 8:30 in the morning on this Friday. And then once they are done with them, if you don't need them back, they will be donated to Florence Sylvester Senior Center. So you can go ahead and donate those. But all great information. Just be patient. Everything is running as smoothly as it can, but know that they're going to have more vaccinations for you, and already 5,000 people have been vaccinated right here in Laguna Woods Village, so that's a great, great thing. All right, let me go ahead and just jump right to our next information that we have for you. We have a couple of movies that I wanted to preview for you that are coming up on Friday and Saturday. We have Glory, which stars Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman, along with a bunch of other great actors. You can see that on Friday at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 7 p.m. without subtitles, and that's brought to you by Harvard Eye Associates. And then on Saturday, we have Malcolm X, and this is, of course, keeping up with our celebration of Black History Month. Malcolm X, which is starring, Denzel Washington. Also, boy, it's Denzel Washington weekend. And this is brought to you by Hoag Orthopedic, and you can watch us on Saturday at 3 p.m. with subtitles and then 6 p.m. without subtitles. So a couple of really great movies for you. Now today, it already started at 9 a.m., but is going through 10:30 this morning, is the drive-through food bank. And you don't have to get out of your car. It's in the parking lot of St. Nicholas Catholic Church, which is at 24252 El Toro Road, right here in Laguna Woods. And if you have more information, you can call 949-609-8574. Now, there is a new schedule for the coin exchange program, and I wanted to give you some insights into that. It is beginning February 18th, and they will be doing coin exchanges only on Thursdays from 8 to noon. And United Mutual, United Mutual residents at the first and third Thursdays at the Performing Arts Center, and then the third Mutual residents will be at the second and fourth Thursdays at Clubhouse 5. And residents are limited to 2 $10 rolls of quarters, and you must pay in exact change. Now, some exciting news for all you golfers out there. 50 new golf carts for 2021. Woo! Club Car Tempo lithium golf carts. And they use lithium battery systems, so it's lighter to cruise around, no battery maintenance, extended battery life, and it's a 50% reduction in electrical consumption and cost. So that's going to save money all the way around and less wear and tear on the golf course. Now, if you want more information about it, or if you want to make a reservation to have a new golf cart, call 949-597-4336. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. It's looking quite lovely out. As I mentioned, there might have been a little bit of fog this morning, but it's looking really beautiful out there right now. We're looking at 64-47, 66-46 for tomorrow. Friday, 68-44, Saturday, 69-46, so it's going to be quite pleasant. And then for Sunday with a big game, we've got 72-54. All right, have a great day in the Village today. We'll see you again tomorrow here at 9 a.m., or you can watch our rebroadcast at 12:30 and 5 o'clock. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Day-biting, nothing spoils outdoor fun like a day-biting mosquito. The Aedes mosquito, known as the ankle biter, spreads diseases like Zika, dengue, and yellow fever. These aggressive little buggers need only a cap full of water to breed. So throw away, turn over, empty twice a week, or drill holes in the bottom of any container that holds at least a teaspoon of water. Protect yourself by wearing mosquito repellent and closing all unscreened windows and doors. To report unusual numbers of mosquitoes, call Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control District.
Oscar the Grouch here to tell you, yeah, you, to wear a mask out in public around other people. Sure, it'll keep you healthy, but more importantly, I won't have to see your happy, smiling face. And if you don't want to wear a mask, I've just got one thing to tell you. Scram! Go away!
Caring for each other because we are all in this together.
So wear a mask and have a rotten day, will ya?
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. With us today is Dr. Christine Chung of 7 Day Dental. She has great news for seniors. Doctor, why don't you tell us the exciting news?
Mom. We know there are many seniors living with tooth pain. 7 Day Dental is starting a new program called Seniors First. Seniors who are 65 years or older will get initial free exams and x-rays.
That is so nice, doctor. Call your nearest 7 Day Dental to get your 7 Day Dental smile.